Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. Uh, as I've mentioned on any number of occasions, one of the things that our organization continues to look to do is to provide people information that we think can help them as far as being able to successfully run and operate their businesses. So today, we have representatives from from Tompkins Ventures. We're going to talk to you about some topics concerning aeronomics and industrial safety that we think can be beneficial to you in the continuing growth and operations of your business. And why this is important, folks, is that, I know that many people join the council and the specific reason really deals with contract opportunities. But you have to be ready to take advantage of contract opportunities. And one of the things that is very important is to make sure that your business is running properly. And that when a contract opportunity comes up, that you have the available tools to be able to handle that contract opportunity, which then leads to additional opportunities from a contract standpoint. And our corporate members are always looking at not only can you do the work, but how is your business run so that we can feel comfortable with giving you the work and knowing that you can do it. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to have two gentlemen from Tompkins Ventures talk to you about some very important topics concerning ergonomics and industrial safety that I think will be beneficial to you as you try to move your business forward. So it's my pleasure and honor to introduce Dorcas Patterson. Dorcas is a member of Tompkins Ventures Group, but before that, Dorcas was one of our major contributors as it relates to the procurement of new opportunities in his prior position with Johnson and Johnson. Johnson Johnson's been one of our corporate members for over 30 years. Dorcas was very helpful in developing programs and assisting our clients in getting opportunities within the Johnson and Johnson family, which is not an easy family to get into. So Dorcas, please begin this. And ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention. If you have any questions, there will be a period of time at the end of this event where you'll be able to ask questions of my colleagues. Good afternoon, Dorcas.
All right. Thank you, Terrence. And good afternoon and good morning to all of you that are on the call here. I'm going to give you a quick overview of Tompkins Ventures. First of all, this is the second webinar that we've hosted of a series of webinars that Tompkins Ventures is partnering with Terrence and the organization to conduct over the course of the balance of this year. Back in June, our first webinar was around transportation and freight forwarding and logistics. And today, as Terrence mentioned, Kevin will be presenting ergonomics and industrial safety. For those of you that may not have been on the first webinar, I'm going to give you a quick spin through who Tompkins Ventures is, and it also give you some highlights on some of the topics that we'll be discussing in future webinars later this year. You'll see this deck here is going to talk about our founder, Jim Tompkins, who we are, essentially our global practices and our matchmaking process. Here you see Jim is essentially our founder. He's been an international authority in supply chain for over 50 years. He's been very successful with the businesses that he started. I'm not going to go into detail on this slide other than to let you know that through Jim's relationships over the half of a century that he's operated, we built a global network of a lot of commercial partners, consulting partners, and capabilities, including what you're going to hear from Kevin today. And many of you may know him. If not, you'll hear about him at some given point in time. And this just gives you the foundation of how we got started. Tompkins Venture, I believe, was started after Jim stopped doing consulting and started the Tompkins Ventures in 2020. You can see who we are. Essentially, we match your business challenges with our networks of over 100 of more than several hundred commercial partners, capital partners, and consulting partners. We believe our toolbox is unlimited given the number of relationships that we have. We have somewhere close to 200 business partners, including myself and Kevin. Essentially, we come from industry, have spent a number of years with different companies, and essentially, based on our own relationships, we really strengthen the partnerships that we can bring to you to solve some of your business challenges that you have within your respective businesses. And you can see in the bottom paragraph, our network is based in the US, but operates on all continents with the exception of Antarctica. You also have the link to bottom. At any given point in time, you can go to that link and get more detail around our capabilities. Next slide here. Okay, I think I might have covered that. Okay, just essentially I want to highlight that our objective when we work with you, when we partner with you, is to find the best fit partner to meet your challenges and goals within your business. Our focus is on supply chain and logistics, but I don't want to use a narrow definition of that. If you're doing anything in the way of moving product and any part of the supply chain linkage, packaging, manufacturing, facilities, transportation, logistics, anything of that nature, we feel is in our sweet spot, and we think that we can help you. And our objective is to be 100% focused on creating a client success for you, and that's how we get paid. In essence, we do not draw any revenue from you directly. Essentially, through our referral process and finding the right partners for you, if you engage with those partners and feel that they can help you, then only when there's a successful partnership to that end do we get what we consider to be a success fee from our partner, because we've matched them with someone who's a business owner that sees a really good fit with what that commercial partner has to offer. So the bottom line you see at the bottom is we believe we're a new breed of firm whose business model is solutions as a service, and essentially translating that into results as a service. Moving on, you can see that our partnership network considers of business partners like myself and Kevin. We're approaching 200 there. We have commercial partners that deploy solutions to address your needs. We have capital partners, and in future sessions, we're going to talk about our capital partners. So if you have a need for capital to grow your business, supply chain financing, working capital, anything along those lines, we have capital partners there. We also have consulting partners. So if there's a project that you want to partner on to really solve an issue from a consulting partnership perspective, our partnerships include your relevant and very capable consulting partners as well. You can see at the bottom that we have an array of partnerships across many different industries, including retail, consumer products, real estate, food and beverage, healthcare, automotive, and much, much more. Then you see our global practices. We segment those. We have entrepreneur growth practice that really speaks to early stage businesses that want to become more mature and grow. You can read the definition of that one. We have a leadership capability where as you are bringing on new team members and want to develop more capable managers, anything in the way of organizational transformation, talent development and recruiting, et cetera, we can help you in that area. Logistics and facilities practice. This is what I consider to be pure supply chain. When you talk about warehousing, distribution, transportation, freight forwarding, all of that, you can manufacturing, and what Kevin is going to talk to you about is fits right in that sweet spot of manufacturing today. And then we have technology as one of our what we call our global practices. AI, Everyone knows that that's a growing area. Cloud and machine learning solutions, digitizing your supply chain, providing you visibility to your supply chain. We can help you in that area as well. So just giving you highlights of the four of the key global practice areas that we focus on. And so with that, we're as as Terrence mentioned, we'll reserve the Q&A for after Kevin's presentation, but just wanted to give you an overview of what we do in the event that you were not a part of the first webinar in June. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kevin to carry you through his presentation on ergonomics and industrial safety.
Okay, thank you, Dorcas and Terrence. 1 second here. Should be seeing my screen.
Yes, I definitely see
okay.
it. Yep.
So thank you again. My name is Kevin Valit. And I'm a business partner with Tompkins Ventures. I previously had about 30 years of industry experience working in automotive manufacturing, about half of that time. And the other half of the time I spent in e-commerce fulfillment, retail distribution, and hyper scale data center operations. So, I've actually joined Tompkins Ventures as a business partner about a year and a half ago. And I'm currently working with Tompkins Ventures, but I'm also doing consulting with firms on automation strategy. But the topic today is ergonomics and industrial safety, and this is known within the Tompkins Ventures organization as one of our STARS programs, and it's for clients who have industrial facilities in manufacturing and logistics, and who want to keep their people safe. So today's agenda will talk about the goals of the Ergonomics Industrial Safety STARS program, as it is sort of exemplified by our commercial partners. And we'll talk about those commercial partners and what their capabilities are and how they contribute to the health and welfare of employees. And we'll also talk about how the business partners interact with this opportunity and how they are able to generate business through marketing and a client introduction process. And then, of course, we'll have open discussion, Q&A at the end. So we have currently 3 participating commercial partners with the Tompkins Ventures Industrial Safety and Ergonomics STARS program. And the goals are sort of listed here for each of these commercial partners. So the first one is Comp Science. And Comp Science is a San Francisco Bay Area startup founded in 2019. And I've personally been working with the company since June of last year. And Comp Science is a company that uses artificial intelligence and video analytics to identify and mitigate safety hazards and ergonomic conditions. The next company in the list here is called Orion Entrance Control. And security is really an extension of the industrial safety of any company and keeping people safe through the secure business. Orion Entrance Control is a New Hampshire-based company founded in 2009. And they have solutions to ensure the physical safety of employees in the workplace. And then the last one on the list here, HeroWare, it was founded in 2018 in Nashville. And HeroWare provides wearable technologies that fit like clothing to be able to reduce strain on the lower back muscles and generally improve the ergonomic conditions of a job. Now, HeroWare is sort of signed up for our program here but they won't be officially joining until Q1 of 2025. So I won't get into much detail about HeroWare. I'll mainly be talking about CompScience and Orion entrance control. So if we look at CompScience first, CompScience is the first ever AI-powered workers' compensation insurance and safety technology company. They have what's called an intelligent safety platform, which is a software platform that uses very advanced safety and analytics technology and the company's own video feeds from the workplace. CompScience provides companies the tools to analyze their safety risks and prevent accidents before they happen. And the mission of CompScience through this intelligent safety platform is to bring workplace accidents to zero. So talking a little bit more about CompScience and how it works, again, it's a software platform, and it uses existing video footage from a company's, typically from their security surveillance systems that are sort of honed in on the workplace, and they harvest this video footage and put it through their artificial intelligence sort of machine, if you will, to detect hazards automatically and use data science to generate insights into the hazards of the workplace. So think about it as having an eye in the sky or wherever the cameras are located to be able to identify and list every single potential safety or ergonomic hazard in the workplace and tally them up over a series of many hours of data. And once this is done, CompScience generates a risk report, a very detailed risk report that offers recommendations to lower risks in the workplace. And the benefits of this intelligent safety platform include a documented 23% reduction in workplace insurance claims for workers' compensation claims. Also a 66% risk in the average reduction in environmental and behavioral hazards across all loss categories. There's something called TCOR, which is total cost of risk, which includes premiums, safety budgets, lost time, and other related expenses that CompScience has shown to reduce by 20%. And above all, they've been able to show a 50% reduction in injury rates as a result of risk reports generated by CompScience. So the process follows sort of a step-by-step application here, where it starts out with what's called a comp scores analysis. This is basically a benchmark that is a quick turnaround. It doesn't require any video, actually. It uses existing reports that are typically accumulated by a company that is provided to OSHA, and they're able to turn this around very quickly in about a day or no more than 2 weeks, and they're able to identify through the data alone the types of risks such as ergonomics, struck by, slip, trip, fall, and caught in between these risks that have been documented, and can compare them to other companies and other insurance data that they have. The next step is then starts to employ the video data that a company has. So maybe with 2 to 3 applications or 2 to 3 locations of 250 hours of video each, the company takes this data and is able to make a very detailed list of identified hazards and risks that they're able to rank order in terms of severity and occurrence. And This is typically done over the course of 6 to 12 months. And once the data comes out from this analysis, the company is also able to provide ergonomists and certified safety professionals to help the company view these risks and create mitigations to prevent them. And then the final step in the sort of rollout of this program includes an annual subscription or an enterprise subscription across multiple facilities to be able to look at the entire company from all of its sites and all of its locations, even worldwide. So it's a very comprehensive solution, which generates very good results. So a use case example, which actually came up recently, was that a client had experienced a fatal industrial accident involving one of their employees that was a fork truck driver. So the incident happened when a truck driver pulled the trailer away from the shipping dock while the fork truck was inside the trailer. And this is a very dangerous situation. The fork truck fell out the back of the trailer and actually caused a fatality. So the client obviously required a very fast and effective solution to help mitigate the safety issue, which in this instance is very, it's a common, but it's a very difficult issue to mitigate, typically in distribution centers, manufacturing facilities. However, CompScience was able to offer a solution to detect the unsafe trailer entry by looking at the company's existing dock cameras and being able to detect whether or not an individual would be entering the trailer when the trailer dock lock system indicated red or indicated that it could not be entered safely. So this is a very quick, efficient, and economic way to help mitigate this very serious disaster situation. Okay, so now we'll move on to Orion Entrance Control. So Orion Entrance Control is a manufacturer of optical turnstile solutions and other access control products for facilities that need security and traffic oversight. Their products include what's called speed gates. These are automated barriers that manage the entry and exit of people in buildings and secure areas, usually placed indoors. They also have your common turnstiles. These are high security barriers that are often used to manage high flows of people, and they're typically used outdoors, but they also can be used indoors. They also have a software platform called Infinity, which connects software tools to simplify staff tasks. And they also have a very innovative security tailgating solution, which is able to alert security of a tailgate if one credential is presented or scanned, but more than one person enters. So tailgating, sort of in the industry, is known as when an employee badges in through a turnstile or some other entrance device, and multiple personnel are let in, sort of tailgating that employee into the building. So that's a very common but hard to manage security problem in a lot of companies. So the speed gates are shown here. They're typically very attractive to the workplace. They're efficient. They're very secure. Again, used typically indoors. They're very common in office buildings, used by employees and other people who are authorized to enter the work area. So several different sort of models to choose from, and very good looking. The turnstiles are often used outdoors, as you can see here, and they include full height turnstiles to prevent things like removal of property from the workplace. They're common in manufacturing factory environments, typically from the location of the entrance for the parking lot to the facility. And they're also common in public facilities with restricted access, such as theaters and public transportation. So probably most of us have seen these types of entrance control devices. So the company also provides their own sort of master control software called Infinity. And it helps automate and simplify security tasks and can often be located in a central location for security personnel to cover multiple locations within a facility or even multiple locations in different geographic areas. And so certain tasks that need to be attended to by security personnel is easily controlled by Infinity software. And they also have the ability to use, again, AI to discover critical business insights and help improve the security situation of company. And it helps also to diagnose and quickly troubleshoot equipment issues. Very powerful tool. So a use case example for Orion Entrance Control actually led to the development of their door guard product. And a client was experiencing multiple entries with a single credential, this so-called tailgating that we talked about. And so Orion Entrance Control developed a LiDAR application which actually detects employees with their badges or whatever access device that they have, and monitors them as they sort of egress through a gate or a door, and it alerts security if more than one person enters the facility or the restricted area with just one credential having been presented. So it's a very effective way to prevent more than one person sort of badging in at a time without authorization, and is not sensitive to light, so it can work indoors or outdoors. And again, this led to the development of their door guard product, which is the most capable and flexible tailgate detection system on the market today. So we'll talk a little bit about the business partners who participate in these opportunities with Tompkins Ventures. So and we're just talking about, in this case, Comp Science. In 2023, when we started the program, we qualified 45 clients, but we've increased that now to 68, a 50% increase in 2024. We have expanded the client countries that have come to seek a solution here to more than 3 times. And we have increased our business partners who actually participate in this activity by bringing clients by 2/3. And we've more than doubled our locations around the world where business partners participate outside the US and Canada. So Orion Entrance Control, we don't have really statistics on just yet, as they were just added to the program this summer. So that's kicking off now. And HeroWare, as I mentioned, is coming in Q1 of 2025. So I wanted to talk just a little bit about how the business partners approach clients with these opportunities. So one of the things that we offer our business partners is what we call sort of a one-pager. This is a marketing tool that summarizes the opportunity, explains the business value to potential clients. what's important about this document is that it maintains the anonymity of the commercial partner. And this is very important because it prevents the client from being able to approach the commercial partner sort of without a formal introduction from the business partner. And what could happen in this case is if the client goes directly to the commercial partner without getting a formal introduction from the business partner, then the business partner may not get any credit for that particular engagement if there's a contract that's put in place. So it's a good practice to use the one pager to be able to advertise the sort of service without having the ability to sort of motivate the client to go to the commercial partner directly. We also have a client qualification and introduction process. So the first step in client qualification is for the business partner to provide information on the client, company name, and target contact to Tompkins Ventures, who then references that contact against an existing list of clients that has been previously submitted by business partners and confirms that that particular opportunity is available to them. Tompkins Ventures then checks with the commercial partner to make sure that the company isn't already a client of the commercial partner and that the company is otherwise a good fit for the opportunity. So if these sort of checks are good to go, then the client becomes qualified with that particular business partner. The second step in the process is for the business partner to work with me in particular to set up an introductory meeting with the commercial partner. And so the business partner makes a positive contact with the appropriate company representative, and the client agrees to an introduction. The business partner then provides the information to set up a meeting, which is typically a Zoom web video meeting, and the attendees are the client, the commercial partner, and the business partner. During that meeting, the attendees sort of share introductions. The client introduces the company and the need for this particular solution that is at hand here. The commercial partner provides a capabilities presentation and typically a product demonstration. And then that's followed by Q&A and discussion and a follow-up plan. And then it's very important for the business partner to maintain communication with the client throughout the engagement. It encourages the client to participate in the sales cadence, which is really sort of taken on by the commercial partner. And the business partner is there to frequently follow up with the client to figure out, how things are going and what the progress of getting to a deal is. So that's all I have for my presentation. And so now I'll turn it back over to Terrence or Dorcas to probably take questions.
Yes, so the floor is open for any questions to Kevin about what he presented or any questions that you have on Tompkins Ventures and what we might be able to answer for you there. Any questions in the chat, Clifton? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't look like, this is Lizette, I'm sorry. It doesn't look like there are any questions in the chat.
Okay. Any questions directly from the audience?
Mm.
You guys can unmute yourselves if you have a question. Looks like it was a great presentation and nobody has questions.
Dorcas or Terrence or someone, maybe they could explain how they could find out more information, including this, getting a copy of the presentations, etc.
Dorcas, I think, we certainly will make the presentations available not only to those that have attended, but also on our website, so that people will generally have this information. So that, Kevin, we have a fairly significant number of clients of various sizes in various industries, covering the New York and New Jersey market, primarily northern and central New Jersey, but the entire state of New York. And I think information like the information you just provided can certainly be beneficial to clients that were not on this call today, because the whole thing that we are trying to move toward and what you have provided is information from a technical assistance standpoint, uh, which we think is very important for our clients to know, that it's not just certification that we provide, but also assistance in helping them to grow and develop their businesses. So something like this, I think, is very important. We will certainly put this information, once available, on our website so that people have the ability to be able to access the information. And then if you all can provide how they would get in contact with you for further information or individual questions they may have, whether those that are on this call or not, that would be a great thing.
Absolutely.
Kevin, does your at the end of your deck, does it have your contact information within the deck itself?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure to send that to Clifton, your direct contact information that you want to have with that. And he sent an email, I think you might have saw it, as relates to their protocol for follow-up, from this session
Okay.
with the survey and information relating to that.
Yeah, my email address is simply my name. Oh, sorry, it's not. It's my first initial and last name, kvalite@tompkinsventures.com.
Okay.
Fantastic. Because like
And
I
then
said, as we move more toward, kind of transformation of the services that we provide, this kind of information and the information provided in the first set of workshops we did, and those that will be coming up, become very important as we are trying to get these businesses to really develop and grow their internal operations and put themselves in a position that when opportunities come up, whether it be in the public or the private sector, that their business are run and operated in a manner that's going to allow them to take advantage of these opportunities. It's one thing to see the opportunity, it's another thing to get it, and it's a third thing to do it. And what we're trying to get people to is just not to seeing it, but it's to getting it and to doing it, because that's where you change your business. That's where your business begins to develop and grow. And what we're trying to do is get more and more of our clients to understand the importance of that, versus just thinking that, I'm certified and gee whiz, I'm going to get business, because it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, well, if there's anything we can do to help in that mission, we'd be very, very happy to.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So anything else, Dorcas, that you would like to, or Kevin, that you would like to impart before we close?
I'll just emphasize the fact that we'll leave this information with this audience. Obviously, Terrence, you and I talk all the time. To the degree it makes sense to include any of this information in your regular newsletter that goes out, the subsequent newsletter following this, that would be great to just give some
Certainly.
exposure that way. And I think we'll take it from there.
Okay, sounds terrific. We will do the follow-up concerning the newsletter. We will also put some of this information, now that I'm thinking about it, perhaps if we can figure out how to format it in social media.
Okay.
So that this information is spread to a wide audience, and an audience that I think can benefit from this in and outside of our NMSTC affiliate network. So thank you, gentlemen, for your time today. Thank everybody for your involvement today. We will have another one of these on a different topic, workshops, probably in another month or so, which I think hopefully will be beneficial to you as you continue your progress in developing and growing your business. And once again, as I always say, if the council can be of any assistance to you toward that end, feel free to reach out to us. Hope everybody has a great and enjoyable afternoon. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Take care, everyone.